Brock does baseball and more. Hey, how's it going? I'm good, just doing some doodling and passing the time. The Thief of Babylon, the Sultan of South Dakota, the Grand Marshal of the Pity Parade, and the reigning world heavyweight title holder in Tiddlywinks. That was something. That is maybe the best introduction I've ever been given. Yeah, I'm doing alright. It's kind of same old shit. Panda, this is just kind of me working out ideas. I've got an idea for some pinups for the back of the book. And I'm just kind of working out one of those ideas to see if it's something that I'm going to like to go with. We'll see how it turns out. Just kind of goofing around at the moment. Yeah, I saw the new the photo of the He-Man guy standing there. You know, the guy is obviously in great shape. But it's like the character of He-Man in the original Inception was like known for his over-the-top physical fitness. Like, we're talking Schwarzenegger at peak bodybuilder level kind of look. And this guy was just he just wasn't that. And so it kind of was disheartening. Like, I wanted to see this guy just cut to shreds. Kind of like Chris Hemsworth in that last Thor movie, when he was just unbelievably huge. Like, that's what He-Man should look like. So it was kind of disappointing. Yeah, not quite a Herculean barbarian. Yeah, that's... But if the movie's good and the acting is great, the story's engaging, I'll look past all of that easily. I just don't have faith in it yet. You know, I totally understand that, Panda. I really do. But I just get so excited at the prospect of a live action done right. Just to give it more life and introduce more people to it and see some of these awesome ideas brought to life, you know. You're totally right. I get it. Sometimes it's just better to leave it that way, but I get suckered in at the possibility of, if they do it right, how great could this be? Yeah, the 80s Masters of the Universe movie, like, honestly, it's a terrible He-Man movie. But if you just kind of forget that part of it and just watch it as like a movie, it's kind of got its charm and its fun, you know. It's not exactly boring, and it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just a bad He-Man movie. It's like they started it out right at the end of everything we wanted to see. The final battle of He-Man and Skeletor over the control of Grayskull. Like, it's all done. It's over. Now run off to Earth and go eat chicken. Yeah, you're right. Adaptions depend on the filmmakers. Yeah. Very, very correct. What's going on, everybody? Rukasu, how's it going? Thanks for checking it out. Thank you for the hands. I appreciate it.
Elliot is Pixar's best original since Coco. Yeah, go ahead. Full of laughs and heart.
This is just I'm just kind of goofing around with some ideas. It's for the parody book, but I'm just kind of goofing around trying to get some ideas, like a possible pin-up in it. So yeah, it's still for the parody book. Vignette Art Studio. Rahul Sharma, is this a proper art channel or a comic review channel? Can it be both? because I review comics, but I also make comics. Lucas, you'd love to see in a book an enemy who has in his back that where Liefeld had the lady with the baby in a backpack and had big swollen ass Schwarzenegger arms. That's actually, I kind of forgot about that, but that's a good point. That's funny. If the crowdfunder goes well and there's a reason to make more of these, there's a lot of potential for expanded silliness. That we'll just see what happens. You know, if it doesn't do well, no one really gives a shit. Well, then I'll move on to something else. But you know, if it gets any kind of traction and there's reason to keep making more, I could definitely, you know, keep making more. The crown is a YouTube thing. I don't know how it works. People that interact the most, I think, get ranked. See, Vinay Art Studio, there you go. You gotta just own it. Well, I appreciate that, Rukasu. I have the He-Man books available now. You know, the crowdfunder for this thing won't be for a minute. I still got to finish it up and then do some research and kind of figure out, because I've never done one before, so see if I can't prepare myself appropriately. Sketcher Summit, how's it going? Yeah, the special edition with my signed Hawk and Dove tracing paper. Yeah, I still have that paper. You would love to see your first book's symbol doing a cameo in my books? Well, let me just try and put together my own stuff first and see what I can come up with. I'm still trying to establish my own kind of brand in a way.
I'm Michael the Warren Treaty, and I'm in my Olympic day.
Well, it's more of a like a potential pin-up in the back of the book for like, it's kind of a parody of an homage, whatever, to X-Men #1, where there was all these pin-ups in the back of the book with like it was like things to come in the future X-Men stories. I mean, I've thought about it. It could be anything. We'll see what happens if I even take this to finished concept. But it's more of like I was saying, an homage to a Jim Lee drawing in the back of the X-Men books as a pin-up idea to go in the back of my current one. And it's just mostly the characters are already in it. Maybe it could be an alternate cover. Well, they're doing Jim Lee poses. Yeah, Panda, it was unfortunately, you know, a lot of hype and not a lot of exciting payoff. Mark, dude, where have you been, my friend? I did a video of the Conan, or, you know, some more of the Conan comics you sent me, man. That was a lot of fun. And I got so many more to go through. Addie, what's up? Brick Kitty, what's up? Yeah, Mark, you wouldn't believe how long I've had those issues sitting out right next to my desk going, okay, this week I'm going to put these in there. And then it was this week, and then that week, and then that week, and I just kept they kept getting skipped over, not for any particular reason, just how it was working out. Brickety, yeah, I don't actually own those, so yeah, what is gravitating that guy's things? I mean, that story in there was just crazy good in terms of the art. I couldn't believe how much I liked that guy's work. I was blown away, man. You like Dzuniga's stuff? Brickety, it's essentially all drawn in terms of the pencil artwork. I just, working on inks and just kind of putting it all together, but the comic is physically penciled. It's all penciled. It's done. Yeah, orbital hub. I mean, that's the goal in a way. I mean, like, why make it without the goal of trying to be better than the stuff that's there? I mean, I'm already thinking about things to happen in the next issue. I've got this ridiculous idea that I got to find some kind of reference for it. Let's see. Yeah, Mark, I don't really get how it works. It's kind of weird. I couldn't explain it to you.
Soldier's gonna show up in Japan and take out believe you're gone. When I was just a boy. So apparently his name is Jonah Sybrid. He says, what?
Yeah, I mean, I've got ideas, concepts for the next book. Again, assuming there's a need to go that far. Like, I'm looking up one of my own videos that I got this idea from. It's really stupid, but I actually really love it. Mark, George Zaffino, I've heard the name. If I've ever seen the work, I can't say that I know off the top of my head. But it sounds familiar. God, this is like crappy low resolution. But I did this review on this Liefeld book. It's like, what was it called? Yeah, this book called Extreme. And there is this page in here where this guy is fighting these ninjas. And I remember seeing this page, and at a glance I mistook it because there's this giant figure of this ninja here, and then these little tiny guys. And I thought that it's actually funny to have the idea of these little tiny ninjas that attack, but they're only like a foot tall, and then they're also flanked by a giant ninja who's like 20 feet tall. I can't explain why that makes me laugh. It's just so stupid. Just like out of the blue come a bunch of ninjas, and they're literally 1 foot tall, and they swarm like there's 50 of them. And then there's like two giant 20-foot tall ninjas. They all have throwing stars that are proportionately sized. So the little guys are just throwing these little tiny ninja stars. And of course the 20-foot fall fuckers are throwing ninja stars the size of garbage can lids. And so I'm like working that into the story. Little tiny guys and giant guys, just to do something different. So yeah, that's something that I come up with. I'm like, all right. So that's what these little guys in the bottom here are. Yeah, is that one little ninja overlapping the large one? Let me see. Let me get that back out again. Yeah, see, that's kind of why. Like, Liefeld didn't bother to put any panel borders. He just left it open, which is fine. So you got stupid guy down here shooting at the other three little guys, but the little guy's overlapping the big guy. So that's what made me think of super tiny ones and giant monstrous ones. So I'm like, okay, into the book it goes. He even messes that up. Yeah. Of course, if I'm going to have a bunch of ninjas, they're all going to have the Ninja Turtle weapons, because why not? Yeah, they should. Yeah, they're zipping around really quick. Yeah, Mark, I noticed that, dude. We're approaching 100 people on the Discord. It's nuttier than squirrel shit. Corey Sims, I should read Dynamo 5. Never heard of it. I will freely admit there's probably a million things I should probably read, but, you know. In a way, yeah, I haven't really worked out all the details of all this stuff, obviously, but the little tiny ninja concepts, I keep thinking of them kind of like the from Willow, the brownies. You remember those little fucking little assholes that kept making life difficult for everybody? Little short little assholes with little spears and stuff. I kind of think of them like that. Like it's all supposed to be kind of ridiculous and kind of funny. No, they were in Willow. They were just real people, but they were shot to be like they were only like this tall, like just little tiny little rat-sized people. Like one of them wear a helmet that was like a mouse's hollowed out head. But they were just filmed as regular human beings and then shrunk down a little tiny and put in the movie. Or kind of like in Evil Dead, no, Army of Darkness, when Ash gets stuck in that windmill thing and the evil part of him comes out and gets all there's a little ones of him running around. It's all gonna be insanely ridiculous, but those coconuts from Moana that try to tranquilize the chicken. Yeah. Origami made paper airplane hang gliders. See? And then I got another ridiculous Liefeld concept that I'm kind of playing with here, because in my stupid fan comic, the character that's like the Cable character, this guy here, he's based on the Bloodstrike character Cabot. So for anyone who knows those stupid Bloodstrike Liefeld books, you know, there was the Liefeld's got so many Cable clones. But there's Cabot, and he ran the original team of Bloodstrike, and he's just a Cable clone. So that's who this guy is a parody of. But Cabot is also the brother of Battlestone in Youngblood, and they're brothers. And so anybody who remembers, Battlestone was like, he had like a human head, but a little tiny skull at the top. Like there's literally like his human head, eyes, nose, mouth, but at the top there was like a little skull as a design element, just right on his forehead where all his gray hair was. And Battlestone was also kind of a Cable clone. So I'm sitting here coming up with like, well, I'm just going to do the exact opposite. Cabot's brother, instead of being Battlestone, his name's going to be War Rock. And he's got a skull head, and he's going to have a little tiny human head at the top. Maybe like it's like a Ken doll, like he just took the head off and wears it like a bandana, but he's got a skull face, like Skeletor. I'm just reversing it. Yeah, so instead of Battlestone, it's War Rock. But he's got a little human head up at the top of his noodle. He's got dreadlocks and a skull face, and he's the brother of this guy. Champ, what's going on? But yeah, he's gonna have these long dreads or something like that. I mean, I'm trying to make him look creepy. Like, the idea is to like make it ridiculous and funny, but also awesome. I'm trying to do my best version of my own Image comic here is the idea. But yeah, a little human head instead of a little human face and a skull. It's just reversed. This poor little blue pencil. It's just about time to retire this soldier too. 'Cause he doesn't have much length left. Look at that poor little guy. He gave his all. He's busted his last pencil nut. You love the reverse factor. I mean, yeah, he's on life support for sure. Trying to get every last drop out of him. But the more blunted and dull the tip gets, the less fun it is to sketch with. But I can't sharpen it at a certain point because these blue pencils are such a soft lead. If I stick them in my... I actually do, Mark. I've got a little pocket over here next to my desk. Like, it's all my blue pencils and my regular pencils that I've just burned up. So it's all my dead soldiers. And I've thrown away like 3 times as many of as I've actually saved. I just one day got the idea just to start saving these things. And I got a whole little, pile of them here. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I do anything. But yeah. These little blue pencils don't sharpen in the electric pencil sharpener because it snaps the lead, so I have to sharpen them on this thing. But at a certain point, there's only so much you can carve out of these things. But also, plus using the lead extender here, the pencil extender. See? Look at that little stumpy guy. Yeah, it's true, Mark. That's really what they are. Yeah, it is the cigarette holder of the art world. That's funny. Mark, you're drawing a piece that you redraw every 5 years to see if you get better. That's funny that you say that because I've done that before too. Um, I've always been like, I could never work out this drawing, but 5, 10 years later, I'm like, I should be able to do it now. And then I still find myself struggling with it. I'm like, why can I not make this work? Egg test tube, what's up? Oh.
Alright, so here we are in our new surroundings, the abandoned Acme doll factory downtown. Now, it's your old land. No name for the
Egg, neither. Like a pinup for the book. Which I guess, could be like a poster, but. Hey, you got 2 pages workout today. You're at 16, maybe 18 pages. You have a first book done by fall. That's awesome, man. Always a good day when you kind of finish up a project and see it all the way to the end.
Welcome to Wayne World, Rob. Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, you're the inventor of the stuff pack, right? What exactly is it?
Certainly does suck.
Home haircut. Wow, what a totally amazing, excellent discovery. Well, yeah. Now, Ron, the question that's on everybody's mind is, how does it work?
I'm fully prepared to give a complete demonstration.
Okay, Garth, just sit there and he's gonna put that thing on your melon, okay?
It's just a trim, don't buzz me, all right?
So tell me, Ron, exactly how does the soft cut work?
Well, as you can see, it cuts as it cuts.
It certainly does suck.
Wayne's World. These guys, they do the show of their basement.
People watch this?
Yeah, a lot.
Can you hear the telephone? Russell? Benjamin. Are you watching TV? Listen, could you turn the channel 10? I want you to find out who these guys are and where they do their show. I think we found something we can sell to Vanderhoff. Take your out, Buzzy! Okay, you're in a forest. What? You're in a forest with Heather Locklear. Heather? And you're very warm. Very warm.
These guys are so funny.
Oh, they're obviously brilliant. Wow, what a totally amazing, excellent discovery. Not. Thanks, Ron. Okay, that's all the time we have for this week. Until then, good night. Party on, Wayne. Party on, guys. It's Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, yeah, if you finish it and you send one this way, I'll put it up. No doubt.
Let me bring you up to speed.
That would be awesome.
My name is Wayne Campbell. I live in
Illinois.
which is a suburb of Chicago. Excellent. I've had plenty of Joe jobs. Nothing I'd call a career. Let me put it this way. I have an extensive collection of name tags and hairnets. Okay, I still live with my parents, which I admit is both bogus and sad. But at least I've got an amazing cable access shop. And I still know how to party. But what I'd really love is to do Wayne's World for a living. It might happen. Sure, and monkeys might fly out of my butt. The mercy of it. This is my best friend, Garth Elzar. Hi. I think we'll go with a little bohemian rap.
All right, Addie. Thanks for stopping in.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo. Nobody loves me. He's just a cowboy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
Whoa, Phil. Phil, what are you doing here? You're partied out, man. Again.
What if he honks in the car?
I'm giving you a no-honk guarantee.
Bill, if you're gonna spew, spew into this. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go?
No, we're not let you go. Let it go. We will not let you go. Let it go. We will not let you go. Let me go. We'll not let you go. Let me go. We'll not let you go. Let me go. let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
Yeah, Hub, I get what you're saying. I think it just depends on the book. I've seen those quote-unquote perfect inks before, and it's like that's the best way for it to be, but then other people, other places, it needs some scratchy and some messy. Just kind of depends, you know? But I do get your point 100%. Nothing really matters.
Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Yeah, Hub, inking's the scariest part. Yeah, it certainly can be.
How's it going?
Fine.
Say, I smell bacon. Does anyone else smell bacon?
Yeah, I definitely smell a pork product that's still tight.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, Campbell. Bacon, pig, oink, police officer. I used to say that to cops when I was your age.
Hey, what are you up to?
Me? I just pulled over a tour bus on its way to Chicago. We had a tip that there was some drug smuggling going down. We searched the entire vehicle. It was clean, so we had to proceed with the body cavity search.
No way.
Wait! I inspected 12 individuals myself, inside and out.
Okay, this guy needs coffee and coolers.
Mark, your stuff does not look bad and sloppy, sir.
This is Stan McKee's Donuts. Excellent munching. This is the manager, Glenn. He's here 24 hours a day.
Alright, this damn little pencil. He's going to the graveyard.
I've never done a crazy thing in my life before that night. Why is it? If a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic.
Then if he kills a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder. Hello! What do you think you're doing? Only me and Garth get to talk to the camera. Come on.
New soldier.
I don't really have too much to say right now. What's that?
Hi, Mr. Withers. How's the amusement park go?
That's great, man.
4 coffees and a half dozen crullers, please.
And one tail down there.
Hey, there's your girlfriend, Garth. Yeah. No. Where? Some kind of
No, Mark, I am absolutely not going to that. I was just hoping to track down somebody that is, because Liefeld's doing a Comic-Con exclusive where you could get this ridiculous new book that he's doing, but he's only giving it away at the comic convention. And so it's kind of hoping to find somebody that's going. Maybe they could pick it up for me. Yeah, I'm too broke after getting ripped off. I can't travel anywhere, especially go to a comic convention in frickin' San Diego or whatever.
A gunman. I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack. What am I gonna do with a gun rack?
A gun.
You don't like it? Fine. You know, Wayne, if you're not careful, you're gonna lose me.
I lost you 2 months ago. Are you mental? We broke up. Get the net. Hey, Tiny, who's playing tonight?
Jolly Green Giant, Shitty Beetle.
The Shitty Beatles, are they any good?
They suck.
But it's not just a clever name. Well,
Crucial time, they're just finishing a set.
I hear Dick. Well.
You're right. Party on.
party on.
Yo.
All right, legs, This is a gas work. An excellent heavy metal box. Always a big thing.
And they got a food table, too.
Analog inking and so I just prefer for myself just inking by hand. I'll leave the digital inking to people who can do it well, which is not a lot of people.
I love this so much.
Hey, wait a minute. Got something with a line, please. And would you get me a towel?
Wow, you're really well.
Thanks. Hey, you're their pocket contact. TV, Wayne, right?
Yes. And you are
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Rough night, huh? Everybody's kung fu fighting.
Yeah. Well, nice meeting you.
Hold on. Can I call you sometime?
You got $5, you can come to the red spot. Down my loft.
I'm there.
gotta go. The club owner's trying to stick me out of some money. Okay. That bass player's a babe. She makes me feel kind of funny. Like when we used to climb the roof in gym class.
She will be mine. Oh, yes. She will be mine.
She will be mine. Oh, yes. She will be.
Pardon me. Do you have any great lots?
It's sucking my will to live.
So, what do you think? I think it's 2 chimps on a Davenport and a base. I'm not sponsoring this. I got spots on love boat, but shit. What is it?
Eggman, you and me both, man. I got a desk and paper and pencils and a phone, and I was able to get me my actual own scanner last summer. Somebody bought some artwork off me and paid me a lot more than I thought that I'd get out of it. And so I was like, you know what? It's time to get me a scanner of my own so I can stop going to the frickin' FedEx store and scanning there. And it's fantastic to have an on-site flatbed full-size 11 by 17 scanner.
In my arcade. They stand like laboratory rats sitting in a theater bar to get a food pellet. As long as they keep pumping the quarters, who gives a shit, right?
Let me ask you, what is your single biggest problem in the arcade?
Well, keeping the customer informed of new product. Like we have a new game called Xanthar. Xanthar is a gelatinous cube that eats warriors in a medieval village. And every time it eats a chieftain, you ascend to a higher level. Food problems. You can't get to the next level, so the kids keep coughing up quarters.
Gelatinous cube eats village. That'd be terrific. You know I know nothing about video games. I found you just said this.
Well, I do my own commercials.
I did not know that.
Of course, I don't mention the games in the commercials, because the technology moves so much faster than the advertising.
I did not realize that. Russell, did you realize that? No, I did not realize that. So, Mr. Vanderhoff, let me see if I'm hearing you.
Well, I've got a laptop.
What you're saying is you
I've got a basic laptop that kind of functions.
Come on a show and update the kids on exactly what was new in your arcade?
Yeah, that's it. Well,
I'm impressed.
wow.
Noah's Arcade presents Wayne's World. I gotta say something. Really? Well, thank you. We'll send the contract over to your office. We'll be in touch. I'd like to think about it. Oh, of course you would. I wouldn't have it any other way. Chill out. Thanks. Ethan?
Viva Pindoa! Viva Pindoa! Stop it, you're scaring me. Oh, cool, you're learning Cassandra's language. I've never seen you so mental over a girl before. You gonna marry her?
Garth, marriage is punishment for shoplifting in some countries.
Okay. Past inspection.
Just barely. Okay, that's 4257 Wayne, Parks and Labor.
No way. Brutal.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright, we got we got smoke. Thank you. What you doing? Oh, no. You use a gun. It's not my fault. Come on. This is what society. Come on. So, well, here's an extra $1.
And that should have been at Gasworks on Friday?
Yeah, we were there. There was this band, Crucial Taunt. They had this mega babe for a lead singer. Unreal. Still, we were there. Have you gotten rental? Hello.
we should go now. Cool.
You think it's wise to sell a show we don't own?
But tonight, we will.
Huh?
Excuse me. Do you know where we could find Wayne Campbell?
That'd be privileged information. We just want to know where they broadcast from. Are you a friend or a relative? Where do you live?
You know, Russell, I may not have grown up around here, but I understand these people. Must be the place. Okay, we're just about out of time, right? But before we go, we'd like to take a moment here for a wave rope salute to the guest jeans girl, Claudia Schiffer. Swing! Swing! Pitbull! She's a brand.
She's magically delicious.
She tested very high on the strokeability scale. Okay.
Hey, are you through yet? Because I'm getting tired of holding this.
Shut up. That's what she said. Okay, so Claudia Schiffer, we salute you. Shall we? Okay, that's all the time we have for this week. Until then, good night.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, guard. Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time! Excellent! And we're clear. Okay, excellent show, man. Great show.
Wayne. Benjamin Kane, Regional Program Director for Oliver Communications.
Oh, no.
And I'm Uncle Finley.
Well, thanks, Egg. I appreciate that.
Maybe we can go somewhere and get acquainted. Russell, why don't you get some extra?
Do all this rough stuff in this pencil so I can, this blue pencil, so I can, you know,
First of all,
tight pencil it better after the fact.
the way I see it, your show is so much.
We'll try harder, okay? Just give it a second chance. Just don't come in and cancel us without giving us a second chance.
Guys, come on, relax, all right? Your pills? You can't cancel us. We're in public access. Can I be honest with you? My job is usually such a bore. The other day, the most incredible thing happened.
What happened?
Noah Vanderhoff, the owner of the largest chain of video arcades in Chicago, is in my office, and he asks me, what's with this show, Wayne's World, that I keep hearing so much about? Well, I have all your shows on tape. Like I said, I'm a fan. I put a show in for him, and he literally jumped out of his seat. Cool. Immediately, he wants to sponsor the show, put you on our station, and pay you guys a huge salary. Of course, what he doesn't realize is that you're both artists. I mean, you're not interested in money.
No, we're not interested in money.
That's what I hope. But he said, go to Aurora anyway and take 2 pictures checks, so they at least know that I'm serious. I know that I may be wasting my time, but here I am with the contract and 2 cashier's checks for $5,000 each. Excuse me? Baking powder? It sounded like you said you were going to pay us for doing Wayne's World. I know. You just give me the word and I'll sharpen the check. No. To shoot these doors. Would you like to push time? Yes. You have a lawyer? Yes. No, we're between lawyers right now. You see, our first lawyer screwed our affairs so bad.
That's right. I walked right into that office. That's what I did. And I reached across that desk and I grabbed him by his big fat head and I said, listen, man, I'm not going to jail for you or anybody.
Can I have an opportunity to peruse that contract before we sign it? Yeah.
What would be the prize there, Mr. Hub?
I like what you've done here. Yes. I'm not so sure about...
Hi. Does this seem weird? I mean, why does this guy have contracts? Did you ever see the Twilight Zone where the guy signed a contract and they cut out his tongue and they put it in a jar and he wouldn't die? It just grew and pulsated and gave birth to baby tongues? Pretty cool, huh? I gotta go.
Well, I feel we can work with you on this project. Well, you've made Mr. Vanderhoff a very happy man. Swing bro! Got $1,000, got $1,000, we got $5,000,
$1 million.
We've been spotted and we're being pulled in by a captain bee. I gotta go. We gotta go.
You didn't use the track. You didn't say the magic word. That's funny. Totally unappreciated in my time. See, this dude right here, this motherfucker, he's in the first comic that I'm doing, but he looked a lot different. People get the inside scoop here. I'm going to grab the page. Let me find the inked one that Chuck did. See, this is him here. Ugh. So this is the character Kill Snap. And in his original version in this first book, he's got these claws and then these spikes. But they're all just things that are like strapped onto him. And he's supposed to be like a Wolverine lame ripoff version. But in the comic, the main character, he ends up cutting off this guy's arms and his head. So in the sequel comic, he's going to be put back together because he's a Wolverine ripoff. The whatever government agency that owns him, they're going to actually reattach his head, but then they're going to replace his arms with like cybernetic arms is the idea. And then instead of having all these things that he see in the character here, he's got them strapped on. But instead, with his robotic arms, he's going to have all these spikes. So the fingertips on his hands are going to turn into claws like Rip Claw. He's going to have blades come out of the back of his hand like Wolverine. And he's going to have spikes just like pop out of his arms, down his forearms, and then spikes out of his elbows. I'm taking the like Wolverine internal weapon claw things to like this ridiculous maximum degree. So instead of just popping some claws at the ends of his fist, he's got fingers, he's got claws, he's got spikes down his arms and on his elbows. And he's kind of part cybernetic now. So that's the whole gag with this guy. That's why his spikes are everywhere. You ever see a porcupine in person? You start backing up instantly. Yeah, it's all over the top regurgitation of concepts just to make it look ridiculous, and then hopefully it becomes kind of fun and awesome in its own way. Like I said, I'm trying to do my own version of a ridiculous 90s bullshit image book, but hopefully kind of awesome. But Kill Snap needs to be awesome, so I'm going over the top with the claws. Spikes like a blowfish.
kick ass. You build a lot of guns, or intensity attention, you fly at the cool time. You guys got a break.
I kind of feel like the name Blowfish should be the name of a character somehow. I don't know how or where. It's like a female prostitute. Something that Frank Miller would do, because he likes to have a bunch of prostitutes. Her name's Blowfish. Guess what she does? It's Wayne's World movie.
Hello, Stacy. Okay, gal. Wait for now. Hey, sir. Kobe, hung out. No, yao di. That young, Denny.
你唔應該責怪自己，你應該有自己嘅理由。
收到未啊？
不過將人分類係好難整嘅。
你係這個㗎，你係這個單手，有這個好意，大都快點。
You make me laugh.
Can I call you?
Anytime.
The Wolverine ripoff will end up with more spikes than pouches on a Liefeld character. Hub, yeah, you knew exactly the line coming up anytime. Egg, I've never done that, no, and maybe I should have, but it never occurred to me, because, you know, really, I'm like, why would anybody give a shit about my stuff? So it's never occurred to me. Because it would be kind of hard. How would I number them? Because I order them from a printing place, and I just get them in a box. So there's, you know, I've only ever ordered 25 copies at a time. So what makes number one? Just the first one I pull out that's just randomly on the, you know, the top of the pile. So, you know, that's something that I don't know how that would work. But, I mean, I get your point in terms of maybe people would give a shit.
In French, she would be called Lara Lara, and she would be hunted if only her cunning. She was dead. She's a robo dead. In Latin, she would be called Fabia Majora. If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Mark, that's what you did? I mean, it's like, why not, right? It's like, all right, this is the first one out.
Do you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when you put on a dress and play Girl Bunny?
No.
No.
Twi'lek, you ever made a comic? If you're asking me if I've ever made a comic?
Okay. Keep looking up.
Okay.
How about this, Twi'lek?
Tonight, I will be talking to the cameraman on.
I've made these.
It will be Terry's job to give the actors their hand.
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
Let's go on.
The cue is, watch carefully. 5, 4, 3.
You didn't say 2 or 1.
Oh, you don't say 2 or 1.
Why not?
You just
Yeah, egg. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm proud of not thinking of it. It just never occurred to me. But maybe I should. You know, maybe with this next one that I do, something that I'll have to really kind of pay attention to. It's a good idea.
I think we're ready for rehearsal. Unless there are any questions? Yeah, does this seem weird to anybody else? I mean, we're looking down on Wayne's basement. That's not Wayne's basement. That's weird, man. Good.
An Evil Dead pinball machine. That would be awesome.
Control room, Russell. Oh, hello, Benjamin. If I could come down and rehearse it and make sure we're not wasting their money.
Not any good idea, sir.
Great. Come in. Our landing gear is down. Russell's very excited to come together.
Oh, the studio. That's where the magic happens.
Oh, you work in television?
No, but I watch a lot of it.
Okay. You're creative. She's the one who came up with the name Noah's Arcade.
I just opened my mouth and out it came.
You're lucky, man.
All right.
Yeah, I get you, Rukasera. Especially shipping internationally. That's got to be
Okay.
difficult financially.
5, 4, 3.
Good, Terry. Wayne, Garth, don't count along. Keep your mouth moving. Again.
In. 5, 4, 3.
Guys. You're naughty. Again, Terry.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, welcome to Waynesville. Pretty on, Jared. Pretty on, Wayne.
Hey, we're in New York. I got a gun. Let's get to a Broadway show.
I guess kids get this.
I got a gun. Let's go to a Broadway show.
We'll clock it easy. Come on, you want to lick me? Pass the point, Mahalo. Go. But say you want to go to Texas. Howdy, partner.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Magically whisked away to Delaware. Hi, in Delaware.
Noah and Mimi Vanderon, say hello to Wayne Campbell and Garth Alibaba.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. So Garth, how do you like being in a real studio?
It's like a new pair of underwear, you know? At first it's constrictive, but after a while it becomes a part of you.
I gotta go.
Okay.
No, please.
Wayne, I used to be in meatpacking, lips and boots. And then one day I had a 4-hour layover in Tulsa. Well, there were these kids in the airport that kept pumping quarters into a game called Pong. They must have gone through 15 bucks. Well, I sat there watching and I said, hell, I'm in the wrong business. 15 years later, I'm a millionaire.
It's so huge.
Thanks. Do I frighten you?
No.
Do you want me to? You know, Noah, I gotta tell you, I love you on the couch. Wayne, did you know that Noah does all his own commercials?
Yeah, I got a new one where I rap. Come bust a move where the games are played. It's chill, it's fresh, it's Noah's Arcade. What do you think of that?
I'd have to say, Ass Sphincter says what?
Ass sphincter says what? I said that to a guy at work the other day.
Sphincter says what?
He didn't get it. I'm like, ugh, everyone's stupid.
Exactly. Oh, we've got a lunch. That's what I think of it.
Okay.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Oh,
May I say I have just had a thrilling day.
You may, shall we?
Egg, you're from Iowa. Orbital Hub, you're from Texas.
We have a table.
I'm from Utah. I'm so cool. Utah's actually fun.
What is it, girl? Aliens have kidnapped Wayne? Oh, I misunderstood. Wayne's outside. Thanks, girl.
Game on! Juicy score! 1 for 1! That's good! Wow! Car!
Car.
Game on! Game on!
It's all a little bit of an exaggeration there, Hub, but it's all the dream, right?
Wayne? Yeah? You get the feeling that Benjamin's not one of us? Good call. It's as if Benjamin wants us to be like playing. I mean, let's definitely...
He referred to his kids as utards. Oh, I'm going to have to adopt that.
Game on! Game on!
Game on!
Uh-oh. Incoming. Stacy, 10 o'clock.
Highway. Hi.
Multiple women. Hell no. Yeah, I mean...
And she's okay! Game on!
Yeah, game on.
Well, I think I need to shut down. It's 10 o'clock. My ass has got to get up and go to work in the morning.
You know, Garth, you and I have never really talked.
But it's my weekend by myself, so I'll be definitely doing. I'm sure I'll be online doing more live streams Friday, Saturday, probably Sunday too. Because what else am I going to do with myself?
You run this by a pure, sharp guy. I'm thinking about giving Vanderhoff a weekly interview on the show. How would you feel about making a change? We fear change.
We fear change. Yeah, it was fun, guys, as always. But I will be done for now. So, catch y'all next time. Crappy little space here. There's my laptop and barely functioning computer and my scanner. Batmobile. So much clutter. I need a bigger room. Anyway.